Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
What do we have today?
Women are more likely to cheat than men.
You know, at the time, I hear a lot of people saying, like, where's your loyalty? Like, how could you do that? You know, I had no loyalty for Anthony. I really didn't. And again, I wasn't thinking about everybody else in the situation. I was only thinking about myself.
I regret cheating on someone, but I just don't regret cheating on you.
And I explored this in its full capacity. Now the thing is that I explored this for the first 3 months without telling Oliver, so Oliver only knew about this, learned about this about 3 months later.
Research reveals women are more likely to cheat than men. Protect yourself at all times. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Shout out to Mr. Karna for pointing out this article. One of the strengths of the manosphere is that our arguments can be backed up with research. And of course, women feel offended and say, I don't do that. That's not me. That's not how this works. You have to generalize, see the patterns, and focus on the information that's consistent. We're going to read this article. Janice is going to read the quotes from anthropologist Wednesday Martin and other women in the article. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do, because we men ain't we? Shit. New research reveals bombshell truth about cheating as tables turn on who's to blame. Science shows that women struggle more than men when it comes to staying faithful in relationships. But is breaking up really the answer?
Even when your marriage is good, you still miss that rush of feeling so excited you can't eat or sleep when you're having such an intense time emotionally and sexually with a new person. That's what I kept going after, and what I couldn't say no to.
Right off the bat, this explains why it's worse when women cheat, because she could get pregnant. Never think that cheaters have protected sex with the person they are cheating with. If she gets pregnant, guess what she's gonna say? It's your baby. Please watch our video about paternity fraud and why DNA testing should be mandatory. Paternity fraud is more common than you think. That's how Annika, 45 from Melbourne, describes her experiences with cheating, and she's far from alone. According to a growing body of research, many women in long-term relationships are sexually adventurous and have secret lovers, Body Plus Soul reports. The view that it's mostly men who cheat because their partners lose interest in sex is outdated. Science says that it's actually women who struggle most with monogamy because they get bored in the bedroom. Women crave sexual variety, and while some stifle their desire, others will be unfaithful. This is nothing new. This is part of the foundation of the feminist movement. Bored women. Women wanting more. Nothing new under the sun. However, in modern times, women get an abundance of attention. They don't even have to leave the house. Temptation is at an all-time high, and that's where the paradigm shift takes place. Women are in the field. Women are on birth control. Society accepts and promotes promiscuity. So women are like kids in a candy shop, and they are tempted to taste a little bit of everything in that candy shop. Anthropologist and author of Untrue, Wednesday Martin, refers to this new research as the Great Correction. Martin interviewed dozens of sociologists, sex researchers, and anthropologists for her book on female infidelity, and says the sad, sorry picture painted of the female libido is grossly wrong. It is alive and kicking and eager to be satisfied.
The new research is correcting false notions that women have less libidos, that women are more naturally monogamous, and that it's easier for women to partner for life. Women don't like sex less than men, but they do get bored of sexual sameness.
This information is nothing new for the men that have been part of the manosphere, because we've been exposing female nature, and it only became easier because of social media. Women always tell on themselves. We see our channel as a database. We keep adding to it. We have the evidence room, also known as the evidence room. How much proof do you need? You should know by now, because if you don't know the foolishness by now, you will never know the foolishness. Ooh. But it never hurts to take your red pill vitamins every day.
While males may have higher levels of spontaneous desire, women take the lead for responsive or triggered desire. Spontaneous desire is when you suddenly think, it would be nice to have sex. It comes over you like hunger or thirst. Responsive or triggered desire occurs when something suggests the idea of sex to you. You're watching or reading something, or a partner initiates a sexual encounter, and you get turned on. For that type of desire, women's libidos are every bit as strong as men's. We've internalized this idea that men are the randier sex, and that's untrue.
Women get dozens of DMs every day suggesting the idea of having sex to them. Sooner or later, someone is going to spark her interest and trigger her desire. Men don't have that luxury. We can swipe right on every woman on dating apps, DM every woman on Instagram, and end up with meager results. The attention modern women get is on steroids. Now this article goes into why women cheat. Let's read. Reasons women cheat. Martin says the myth that women cheat for emotional reasons while men cheat for sexual reasons is also being overturned. She cites research by Missouri State University on a group of women who used the Ashley Medicine website specifically to cheat.
This research explodes several of our most dearly held notions about female infidelity, that women cheat only when they are unhappy in their marriages, that unlike men, they seek emotional connection, not sexual gratification, and that women just stumble into affairs. Women studied went on the site, created a profile, vetted candidates, met them in person and auditioned them. This was a very intentional process. They wanted to find partners for sex. They reported being in sexless or orgasm-less marriages, and they simply wanted what they couldn't get at home. But most were otherwise happily partnered or married, and these affairs were a way for them to remain in their primary relationships. So, there goes the myth that women who cheat are unhappily married.
Women perpetuate this misconception of emotional cheating because they can then blame men for not providing emotional support. They do that all the time. When a man cheats, he's a scumbag. When a woman cheats, her man didn't do enough. Women avoid responsibility at all costs. That's why they don't want to give you their true body count, because they know we don't want women that are run through. And to take it a step further, run through willingly. Another critical piece of research from Dr. Martha Mena at the University of Nevada found that institutionalization in a long-term partnership dampens women's sexual desire more than men's. Men who have regular sex with their partners are more satisfied sexually and with their relationship, but it's not the same for the women, she says.
Now sex researchers are entertaining the possibility that women simply need variety and novelty of sexual experience more than men do. It's a notion women like Gabriella, 28, from Sydney, have been aware of for some time. I've had lots of affairs since my first long-term relationship when I was at university, Gabriella says. I love sex and I get bored easily, but men take an affair as an affront to their masculinity. They all think they should be enough for me, and when I try and discuss ways of keeping the interest alive, they treat me as if I'm not normal. What should normal be? A woman who lies back and puts up with boring sex just for the sake of it. That's the story women have been sold, and it's just wrong.
Well, say that to the guys that don't want to pay your bills, pay for dates, trade-offs. Why do you think these women stay in these marriages? There must be something that benefits them in those marriages, which is called stability. Relationships do not solely exist out of and women are selfish as F. Shout out to True Story, because he highlights many stories of women wanting open relationships. And when the husband finds a woman he can fool around with, now suddenly she wants no more open relationship because now her stability is in jeopardy. This is why women need chaos, because if things are set in stone, she cannot justify her actions that are based on emotions. So don't even think about entertaining this foolishness, because it only benefits women. Further exploding the myth that women are made for monogamy is the work of biopsychologist Meredith Shivers at Queen's University, Canada. Shivers and her team invited men and women to watch porn while they had monitors on their bodies to measure their physical response and blood flow, which showed their sexual arousal. Straight men were mostly turned on by images of heterosexual sex and women having sex with women. But heterosexual women had a more varied arousal menu.
Women's bodies responded to men having sex with men, women having sex with women, men and women having sex, and images of an erection. We traditionally think men get turned on by everything, and the truth is that a woman's body responds to more sexual stimuli.
Check out our 50 Shades of Grey movie review. We go deeper into women's fantasies, looking after lust and libido. So, does the unleashed female libido always lead to infidelity? It doesn't have to, says Martin. Not if women can talk frankly to their partner about their desire for sexual variety and adventure. She says this can avoid the inevitable boredom that besets many long-term relationships.
Women start providing service sex. He wants it, I really don't, but I will get it over with. Then women get into the cycle of thinking, I guess I don't really like sex. It's actually that they're not liking sex with the partner they've been with for many years. A simple thing couples can do is start a new, exciting activity together, such as learning how to kayak or dance together. Couples get a rush of the neurochemicals and hormones similar to when we experience puppy love. So, you can get that feeling of excitement without going outside your relationship. Imagine how much better relationships would be if couples understood that when a woman starts to feel sexually bored, this didn't have to mean the end. Think of the marriages and relationships that could be improved if women could discuss their desire for sexual adventure and work with their partner to find solutions that bring them closer together.
Women file 70-80% of divorces. Where is their initiative to work things out? It's obvious that they want more and different. A man cannot shape-shift. Cheating is exciting because it is with a different person. It's the whole experience.
He had such a different character. He's just such a different being from Oliver. And it felt interesting to experience myself with him and to witness myself entirely different from how I am with Oliver. And I explored this in its full capacity.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.